This is the first video in which we are going to just very briefly demonstrate how proofs are written and the strategies that go along with them. Just some basic stuff. So the first kind of statement that we might be asked to prove is an existence proof. An existence proof is when you want to prove that something exists. A certain something that has a certain property, and you want to show that there is such a thing. Now the strategy here is very obvious. What you do is you just find the thing and just show that it is the right thing. Demonstrate that it has the property that you're looking for. But the core of the proof is just to exhibit the thing. So here's the first example. Let f of x equal 3x plus 1, g of x equals 6x plus 5. Prove that there exists a real number a such that f of a equals g of a. So we need an existence proof. We need to demonstrate and show such a number. So our strategy is going to be, we're going to say what we think the number is, and then we're going to show that it works. When I say works, in this case that means that when you plug it into f and when you plug it into g, you get the same answer. Okay, so let a equal -4/3. That's the number that I claim is going to work. Now, where did I get that? Well, secretly on a separate piece of paper, I did the obvious thing. I set these two guys equal to each other and I solved, and I got -4/3. So I know this is the right answer. But I'm not going to show that work per se in my proof. My proof, I'm just trying to convince somebody that there is a number that works. And so here's the number, and now I'm going to show you that it works. Right? So then f of a equals 3, and now I plug in -4/3 plus 1. Oops, sorry, typo. That 2 was supposed to be a 3, right? So I can see that that'll equal -4 plus 1, so -3. And g of a equals 6 times -4/3 plus 5 equals, okay, so that'll be -8 plus 5, yep, -3. Okay, so thus, for this a, f of a equals g of a. Probably don't want that starting a new line right in the middle, so I'll do a Shift-Enter. And that would be an existence proof. That is a really basic existence proof. I'm not showing the work that led me to figure out that it was 4/3. Instead, I'm just starting with that number, and then I'm showing that it is the right number. Okay. Here's another one. Given in any integer n, there exists a multiple of 10 that is greater than n. Now, if you think about that statement, that is, of course, completely obvious. Multiples of 10 keep getting higher and higher and higher, and of course, they're going to be bigger than any number you start with. Okay, so let n be an integer. Or maybe I'll say suppose n is any integer. Okay. Now, again, it's an existence proof. I want to prove that there is a multiple of 10 that is bigger than n. So just like before, what I want to start with is I want to say what my multiple of 10 is. Let x equal, and now of course there are lots of multiples of 10 that are bigger than n. The easiest one for me to write down, I think, is 10 times n, right? That would do it. Then x is clearly a multiple of 10, and of course x is bigger than n. So again, you see how the pattern goes. You just say the thing that you've found, and then just talk. It can be really simple and obvious in this case. In other cases, it might be more complicated, but then you talk about how it actually is the right thing. So those are existence proofs. Okay, now those are not extremely common, but they're the simplest ones, and we're getting them out of the way early.